Bar Stool Sports. Bar Titus. Brandon Walker. Mostly Sports.
Welcome to Mostly Sports, presented by Jägermeister. I'm Mark Titus. He's Brandon Walker. Today is Tuesday, May 27th. We are live from Chicago, and we are brought to you by Jägermeister. 56 botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Those are the numbers you need to know. Those are the numbers you need to remember. Those are the numbers. You can do what I do. Put them in your wallet. Write them down. Put them in your wallet. If you get lost and confused, just consult your wallet and tell the bartender 56 botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit.
But Mark, of those two numbers, which is more important to you? Now, this is really separating the men from the boys here.
It's tough because on the one hand,
56.
I've had shots with fewer than 56 botanicals, spit them right out.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Get that out of my mouth.
I had a 59 botanical shot one time, and it was just too much.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's just simply too many botanicals. But then on the other hand, you get served like a 15 degree Fahrenheit shot of Jägermeister.
Oh, my God.
You're like, what the hell is this?
What kind of place are you in?
What kind of establishment is this? So you tell that bartender 56 botanicals, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Get it right. Wherever you're at, if you're hanging with friends or at the bar, maybe you're doing all the sports stuff, just the mostly sports stuff, call the shots. Cheers with ice cold Jägermeister. Remember to check Jägermeister out at Jägermeister.com. Drink responsibly. Jägermeister, the core, 35% alcohol by volume, imported by Mass Jägermeister U.S. White Plains, New York. What do you want to talk about, Brandon?
I will start today with a question.
It's got cookies right there.
I will skip the Thunder Wolves game for now. We'll circle back to it in a minute. And I will ask diehard Indiana Pacers fan Mark Titus this question. Are you nervous?
Why? What are you doing? Why do you do this with every single series that's ever
this is a very logical question at this point. The
Is it
Pacers
that the
won
Pacers-
the first 2 games in New York. They came home. They were within an eyelash of a 3-0 series lead. The series would have been over. They blew a 20-point lead. Now it's a 2-1. Tonight's everything.
2-1. No, I'm not nervous because they'll win tonight, and then the series is then they're in firm control. And then
Why are you fighting back on it?
Because they won 1 game. They didn't sweep the Knicks.
But are you nervous they're going to win 2?
No, dude.
Okay.
The Pacers always lose on race day. That's a known
Saw
fact.
that.
It's a known fact. The Pacers are 0-4.
They're 0-4 when hosting the Indy 500 in the Eastern Conference
Yeah.
Finals home game.
They lose every year. Yeah. No, it's not ideal to be up 20 and blow the lead. But I didn't expect them to win Game 3 anyway. But then when you do the renegotiating when you're up 20, it was one of those deals where it's like going into the game, I'm like, they're probably going to lose. Like, surely they're going to lose this game. And then Game 4 is going to be the big one. And then they're up 20. You're like, all right, now you can't lose.
You can start ordering the champagne.
Yeah, and then they fucking blew up. Carl Towns went crazy.
He did. Mm-hmm.
That guy.
That
guy went unstoppable.
The cat memes these days are pretty out of control. They're cats on TikTok and Twitter and all that. The videos are pretty.
Icon has cheeseburger?
No, just the ones where he's being extra sassy and extra.
Cat memes.
But Icon has cheeseburger. Is that the one you're talking about?
I don't know what he's saying.
He's talking when you said cat memes. He's referring to the.
But I meant cat as in Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh,
the basketball
I thought you meant
player.
like the first meme website. Yeah, see, Icon has cheeseburger.
Yeah, from 2007.
Is that still a website?
2007 memes is
Yeah.
what.
So so no nerves at all.
No. It's the Pacers are a better basketball team. I think overreacting to this is how series work. Should the Thunder have been nervous after they lost?
Yeah.
No, they're the better team. They
ended up winning.
They're gonna. That's how bad. That's how it's a best of 7. You're almost never gonna sweep a team at this point in the playoffs.
But these 2 teams, they play and they do the games do crazy things. I could see the Knicks losing 2 at the Garden and then winning 2 in Indy. Now you got a 3-game series. I can see those things happening. They're very evenly matched teams. The Thunder are just flat out better than the Wolves. I think the Pacers and Knicks are very evenly matched. I do like the Pacers a little bit better because they play a more pleasing brand of basketball to my eyeballs. But it's evenly matched, and Friday night or Saturday night, whenever it was, Sunday.
No, Sunday night.
The Monday being a thing is just fucking us up.
It'll get you.
So Sunday night, the Knicks winning that, it did. I was about the same way. I took out the pin, and I was on the fence. I didn't even bet it because I just was on the fence of who was going to win. But when it was a 20-point lead, I took the check and said, "Wow, and the Indiana Pacers are going to win this series, and they're going to win it with ease." And then
Still could.
And I guess
Still
they still
very
could.
easily
They
could.
still could.
Yeah,
They
still
still
very
could.
easily could. They've lost Game 3 every other series they played.
Have they?
Yeah.
In this
Bucks,
playoffs?
The Bucks and Cavs, they lost Game 3.
Why are they bad in Game 3? What's Game 3? What's Game 3 to them?
Game 3 is they're up 2-0, and then they're facing a desperate team.
They're chilling.
Yeah, and they're just chilling. Yeah, they're like, we have room for error, and the other team doesn't.
But tonight it gets serious again.
Yeah, and then if they lose tonight, then they're going back to New York where they win.
dominate. No, okay. Fair.
No, I think the pressure remains on the Knicks. I think the Pacers were the underdog heading into the series. And yeah, at this point, obviously you're up by 20. It's not ideal. No one's saying it's ideal. No one's saying this is good. But no, they're fine. More the pressure's on the Knicks. I think they have to win this.
For the Knicks, though, just from a basketball perspective, seeing Karl Anthony Towns be the one that steps up and puts him on his back in the fourth quarter has to be a load off for like Jalen Brunson. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be just a miracle for that team and for Jalen Brunson to see, okay, somebody else can do it. Maybe going forward, he doesn't have to be Superman and rescue them from the depths like he has so many times.
There is a belief out there that Jalen Brunson being in foul trouble actually helped the Knicks. Not that the Knicks are better without Jalen Brunson. Not that
he was
going
out.
into Game 4 that Jalen Brunson should be on the bench a little more often. None of these things. We're not saying any of these things. We're just saying circumstances led to this point, and Jalen Brunson being out of the game may have made Tibbs the foul trouble made Tibbs go to the bench a little bit more than he would have liked to. Like you said, you had to turn. Someone had to step up, and Towns was taking. I mean, let's be honest. He was taking some absurd shots, and he was making them. But does he take some of those absurd shots if Brunson is
probably
out?
not because he doesn't have the ball.
Not asked to.
Yeah.
to step up in that way. He was unguardable. 20 points in the fourth quarter.
It's the Tatum Game 5 effect, or whatever game it was that Tatum got hurt, and then the next game, the Celtics went back to running their offense like they always run their offense. They went back to running their offense and getting open threes late in the shot clock instead of just Tatum out front. The Knicks in close games do just become Brunson. And he's often good. I mean, he's Mr. Clutch. That's what they called him for a reason. He is good, but sometimes you just need to get back to running the ball where it needs to go.
Yeah,
running the ball through your offense.
I do have a sense that after watching last night and watching like Minnesota getting Nickeil Alexander-Walker just playing the game of his life, and Anthony Edwards, who we'll talk about in a second, didn't have a great scoring game, but said he wasn't bad. Or what was his quote? Like, I wasn't a...
He said, you can't say that I was struggling. I
yeah.
made the right play every time.
I felt like the Timberwolves threw their best punch. I mean, obviously they won by 40. That would probably have been a better punch, but they knew the Thunder were going to bounce back, and they had guys. They had McDaniels had a big game, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker has a big game. And they're playing decent defense throughout most of this game for until the end. The Thunder started fucking hitting everything. But watching the Thunder not even play, I didn't even really feel like that was an A+ game from the Thunder. That was just like a ho-hum effort from the Thunder. I do get the sense that maybe the East probably ultimately just won't matter.
Yeah.
Still play it out because you don't know what will happen. You don't know if guys will get injured. You don't know if crazier shit has happened, but boy, the Thunder are just on a different level.
It does.
The Thunder are on a different level.
Feel like they've unlocked a little bit, and it does feel like they are significantly better than anybody else left in the playoffs. But
shit could happen.
Shit could happen.
You never know.
And the Pacers,
never know.
They haven't been they haven't been great on the road. They were good last night, but they haven't been great on the road in the whole playoffs. And maybe they go to New York, or maybe they go to Indiana and they freak out. Maybe they whatever. But that's down the road. They are significantly better than the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, I don't know what conversation needs to be had about him. I just know a conversation needs to be had about him. He is one of the great young players in the NBA. But sometimes he just does shit just to do it, it seems like. They got within 2 minutes of the first half last night. He had taken one shot.
Yeah.
He had taken one shot in a game you have to win at home. He's taken one shot, and then he comes back and says, I made the right basketball play.
I was making the right play, which is kind of right, but also...
You need a starter.
We need a guy to...
You need juice. You need gas in the tank. And they don't have it without him. And I know other guys stepped up and had good games, but they got to have a leader go out there and show them the way. And it seemed like they were just fighting from behind the whole night.
And then they're hanging around the entire night, and then down the stretch, it was just agonizing. If you're a Timberwolves fan, I imagine. They could not hit the big shot, and they could not get the big stop.
Yeah.
And if they did one, they couldn't do the other. They just could not. And the Thunder were doing both. They were just, every time it was like, all right, the league gets cut to 2. The Thunder need a big bucket here to make it a multi-possession game. SGA would hit every single shot, every single one. And then Chet started hitting, Jalen Williams hitting. How many threes did he hit down the stretch? They just hit every single big shot. It was crazy.
We've seen like teams with the Pacers have so much balance. I think last night, 40 points for SGA, 34 for Jalen Williams. Like they weren't achieving balance, but they were achieving the balance they needed, which was when if this guy isn't hitting a shot, this guy is.
Yeah.
And they were,
defense is disgusting. Their defense is fucking nasty.
Should we talk about SGA right here? Because I know you and Ebo were talking about him when we walked in.
Yeah, let's talk about him. Yeah, that he's a
great player.
Great player, not particularly the most fun to watch.
Not pleasing to the eye.
He's not a guy that I had this thought last night too. He's not a guy that I would teach younger kids to, like, if I woke up tomorrow and I was coaching like 8th grade basketball.
Yeah.
Seemingly every other MVP player, I'd be like, hey kids, watch this guy play and pick up stuff from his game. And SGA, I get his mid range is good. He's athletic. He's obviously not a bad basketball player, but like I would not want to emulate his game, is what I'm saying.
Would you be confused if you woke up tomorrow coaching 8th grade basketball?
No, I'd feel like my dream had come true.
Okay.
I'd feel like I'd won the
You could probably do that, no problem.
Yeah, I had just so much red tape, man.
So
much red tape.
I feel like by the end of the show, I could have you coaching an 8th grade basketball team.
It's just so hard.
Yeah,
it's so much harder than you
all
think. It's
all right, because I think it's remarkably easy.
Yeah,
But there's also a lot of politics in terms of like
so much politics.
I think it's one of the easiest things.
Trust me, I would love to do it. I just can't.
All right.
The system. I think
All right.
I think you're not factoring into the system and the red tapes and the politics. And
Just too much in your way. Yeah.
And the budgets these
Headaches.
days.
Yeah. Okay.
The budgets, the
Also,
headaches.
Wouldn't you also need a degree in like education or something like that if you were to work for a school or something like that?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm just talking about like AAU in the summer. You could do that.
I
don't have anything going on in the summer.
Brandon, trust me, there's nothing I would rather do. There's nothing I would want to do more than to do that, but unfortunately, I got to be here with you guys. Unfortunately.
Well, that sucks.
It's unfortunate.
Even though we're just here from 10 to 11:30, you have the entire afternoon and night.
Yeah,
to
I would love to, but yeah. Doris Burke does not know what free throw merchant means. And this is becoming very funny to me that she keeps calling SGA a free throw merchant, but she seems to think that people call him that as a compliment.
Right.
Like when he'll draw a foul, she'll be like, and there he is, the free throw merchant, going back to the line. And it's like, Doris, we all hate it. That's why we call him.
Did we on this show start merchant? I felt like we on the show
started
saying merchant. Like,
yeah, we invented it.
We invented
merchant, I think so. Yeah.
We invented merchant.
Yeah.
They named a building the Mercantile Mart after it too, in Chicago. After we invented it, that was crazy.
Are you trying to say mercantile?
What's he saying?
Mercantile.
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 How do you say that word?
The Mercantile building.
How do you?
I don't actually say it like that. Mercantile. MER.
How you doing, Evo? You good?
Yeah, you good? You look nice today.
Evo, go back to the I Can Has Cheeseburger.
That
was in your wheelhouse.
Pull that back up.
That was in your wheelhouse. That was your.
Pull that back up.
That was
DJ.
your.
Have that one bookmarked too for.
I Can Has Cheeseburger.
That's my new timeout.
Whenever you do bring up Doris Burke, I do have to change the subject because one day I'm just going to unleash the Doris Burke take, and it's either going to get us canceled or get me a better job. So
one can only imagine what that take might be.
Well, I just can't.
One can only imagine.
Don't say it, Brandon.
We'll do our best as a show,
just
and
keep me
the
away from
audience
that.
at home. We'll all do our best to connect whatever dots may or may not exist.
She's a woman in sports media.
That is great. That is fucking great.
Unfortunately, Brandon's not going to give us any more to work with. So
You don't have- I'm not giving you
we're
any
going to have to really just try our best to figure out what it is he could possibly be.
Who knows?
Brandon's trying to fuck Doris.
Who knows?
What could it be?
There's contact on the elbow. This is why he's called the free throw merchant. Every player in the league can do this.
I don't like that take either.
Richard Jefferson. I got a problem with Richard Jefferson. He's not wrong. Every player could do this.
Right.
If every player did this, basketball would be
Garbage.
It would be garbage. No one would want to watch it. We should not be encouraging this. You should not be telling Richard Jefferson should not be on a broadcast being like, "Hey, every other player, you should try doing this."
No.
I don't think he's a merchant in the sense that we're like people have lost the plot of the word where it's like someone is heavily dependent on fouls. He's not dependent on them.
Well, he doesn't shoot all that many compared to other guys in the past.
Yes, I think the way that he acquires or
it's not the
to the
quality,
free
it's
throw
the
line.
quality. It's
It's not the quantity, it's the quality.
Yeah, it's the style
right.
of foul drawing.
How he's getting there.
right. Yeah, that's exactly.
And how he's getting there is bullshit.
So I don't think he's a merchant. I don't know if he's
a merchant because he creates the situation. He takes advantage of stupid referees. And that's what being a foul merchant is to me. It's taking advantage. It's throwing your head back. It's falling down. It's doing all this shit. It's also remarkably effective.
Initiating the contact just to then bounce off of the contact. And
would he be a free throw venturer?
Oh, you're still worried about the word merchant.
Yeah, I don't think
is the mercantile thing that's got you.
I don't think he's a merchant. I think he's like someone who's actively seeking to get to the free throw line in weird ways.
A venturer?
Oh, like a fetishist? Is he like a?
He's a free throw fetish.
Fetish of how the weirdest way he can get to the free throw line. He fetishizes free throws.
He's a free throw pervert.
Yeah.
This guy's a free throw freak.
We got to get Doris Burke in Game 5. And that's why those mostly sports guys call him a free throw pervert. He's a free throw freak.
Have you seen what like little kids are doing emulating SGA's game? Like these videos of.
Oh my god.
This is what I'm saying. It's
And see, the ref called it. That's why this shit works. The ref fucking called it.
Crazy.
Ref Rob wouldn't.
No.
God damn it.
We do have to just get his number so you can just call him on the show. Like where we
It's
ever.
just Rev. Ref Rob. You see this shit? He's just like, yeah, I did. All right, Ref.
Yeah, baby.
I would love to know what Ref Rob thinks too about the players constantly asking for the review and
We talk about Ref Rob like he's Jesus.
I said no. He wouldn't put up with that shit. The
The
review.
player, you hate the players call.
We
for
do.
review.
Do y'all want
Fucking hate it.
But the players are, they're telling their bench to take a look at it, right?
Right.
Like, I don't think the players, I mean, I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. I don't think the players are saying you should trigger the review. I think the players are like, hey, assistant coach whose job it is to look at the replay, take a good look at that because I don't think I touched it.
Did you see Nick Wright unleash his take of the year?
No.
I saw this.
What did he say?
Honestly, W.
You think it's a W?
I think it's a W. Yeah.
I think it's overreacting in the moment. It's like
Can I guess what it is?
it's not the fact of what the take was. It was like he prefaced it. It was like, hold on,
Can I guess what it is?
I'm about to give you the take of the year. That's what he said.
Is it relevant to what we were just talking
It's
about?
very
okay.
relevant. Go ahead.
So I'm going to guess he said that if a player asks for a review and he's wrong,
Yeah.
he should be suspended a game or something?
TJ, can you find Nick Wright's take of the year?
That's my guess. That's my prediction.
I saw it on TikTok. It's probably on Twitter too, though. But it is again, I must say it's the take of the year. It's the greatest take you will see this year.
Yeah.
And it was be punitive about it. It wasn't go suspension or anything like that. But it was
was it
if you're out of challenges and your one of your players does like this, we're going to recognize it and it's a technical foul, stuff like that.
Honor it like a timeout.
Honor it like a timeout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I give you the take of the year, though? Oh, shoot, I should have teased.
You're gonna like this.
Kyle
thing.
was
Take
hoping
of the
that
year.
All right, you know how basketball, anybody does this, it's timeout. Everyone's allowed to call timeout.
Love it. Is this about?
Hold on, let me do it. New rule.
He almost got in the way of the take of the year.
Take of the year.
Thank you, Wild.
Take of the year.
This is binding.
Yes.
This is binding. And guess what? It'll be fixed within a week. The moment any player on the court does this, all right, challenge accepted. And by the way, if you're out of challenges, it's just like when you're out of timeouts and you call one, that's a Chris Webber. That's a technical foul. Guys, you're right. You can call timeout. You can call for a challenge. You wave your finger around in the air. The refs say challenge.
There was
yes.
a stretch where it was.
There was
magic.
a stretch.
I mean, I'm
Of
tired
all-
of it myself.
Thank
I don't think
of
you need
all
to
the
go
annoying
that
things-
Wait, he's going to call him.
Fixes it.
Nick is the man.
It's
Of all, I
annoying.
will. Of all the things I find annoying about basketball, that
I
wanna
agree.
Clean up, like that is very low on the list of players going like. Now the actual reviews in college, when players go like this, the refs
Yeah.
are like, "We will honor it and we will go look at the reviews." And you seemingly have unlimited reviews in college, and that gets annoying. But it's because of the reviews themselves. But I don't. The players going like this, and the refs like, "Shut the fuck up and inbound the ball."
Yeah.
It's not that big.
To me, that's fine.
It's 2 seconds. The players going like this, and the ref goes,
Yeah.
"You're out of challenges," and they go, "Okay."
It's
and
a-
then they hand the ball. Like,
It's a receiver
not-
getting up and saying, throw the flag for pass interference.
Yeah.
It's fine. They don't actually have the power to do it. They're just saying,
don't
hey, I think
it's
that was close.
And I think more, like I said to you, Connor, I think more often than not, when players are doing that, they're telling their bench, they're not telling the head coach like automatically go do it right now. They're
Check it out.
saying check it out. I don't think I touched it, and
Connor,
that is valuable.
Check it out.
That is a valuable thing to do, to be like this is a play that we should probably check out.
The bigger thing here is that just can't be the take of the year. He's had to have had bigger and better takes than that this year. Or
There's got to be more.
He's
to
had a
it.
bad year.
Now, if you would have said you
down
have you attach a harness to the ankles of the player and you suspend them above the court for the rest of the game,
Yes. Okay.
that's a take.
Or like a net. A net comes by and gets them and just scoops them up.
Should we go home tonight and our homework assignment is to each
Take of
come
the year?
prepared with a take of the year for tomorrow?
with a bigger take than that.
Buddy, I don't know if I can do that in 24 hours. Maybe by Friday.
Okay, Friday's take of the year Friday.
Yeah.
Should we just have everyone in the office? Should we open that up to outside the show? Everyone gets their take of the year on Friday.
Listen, I
like that.
like that idea.
Okay,
actually.
take of the year Friday.
I know we all, maybe we don't all, I'll speak for myself. I would prefer there just be no reviews in sports. I'm kind of just over reviews at this point. I think reviews are fucking brutal and slow everything down. But anyway, we don't need more reviews. Having said that, if you're going to have reviews, the rule of you get the two, and if you get them both right, you're still out is fucking insane. right?
Yeah, that's weird.
The ref fucked up twice.
Right.
You called him on it,
and now you're out.
and now you're out. It's like you can't keep.
The ref is free to fuck up now.
If the ref fucks up more, like what? That doesn't make any sense. At some point, we got to step in and stop this ref from fucking up the game.
Yeah.
As somebody who gets Chris Broussard and Nick Wright confused a lot, that clip helped because they were both in the same clip.
All right.
Nick Wright doesn't have a cousin.
Who they had to take out and shoot.
You get them confused, really?
I do get them confused. I saw Chris Broussard on a plane once.
Really?
Yeah, going to Vegas.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Nick Wright.
It's extremely interesting, actually. What about Nick Wright?
Kind of stinks. Whatever. He's a bronsexual, though, right?
He's a bronsexual.
Huge
yeah.
bronsexual.
Huge
Yeah.
bronsexual.
Maybe the biggest one in sports media.
You'd have to fight him off to get a hand on that thing. You two.
We'd have to beat him
box
off.
Oh yeah.
It's not a hear me out. It's a hold me back, dude. That's what that is.
Yeah.
I think his new thing he's onto is the Mahomie sexual.
Yeah.
Is he?
That's his new. Yeah. He's I think a Mahomie goat guy.
He does jump on. He is one of the only ones that jump onto the logical conclusion. Like a lot of sports media goes against LeBron, goes against Mahomes. It's the easiest thing in the world to say Mahomes and LeBron are great. That should be job security forever, right there.
He's one of those guys. I'll defend him. He's one of those guys that people speak highly of outside of.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
See, I've never met him or never met.
So I don't know.
him.
I don't know how much is an act, how much is whatever. But credit to him. He gets fired up about just even that the ability to go on television and be like, I have the take of the year. When a player twirls his finger and then he just kind of has the intensity throughout the entire take, Yeah. And he does that for everything. That's hard to do. He treats everything like the most important thing in the world.
I like that.
That's not easy.
No, it's not. What else we got on the basketball? We have the Timberwolves not being quite as good as the Thunder. We have the Pacers and Knicks. We'll see. You
think there's something?
I think there's something.
Huh.
I think these two teams get together. They're allergic to not playing 7 games.
Okay.
I don't know the path we have to getting to 7 games. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. I think there will be a Game 7 between the Knicks and the Pacers.
Does Tom Thibodeau extend the rotation tonight?
No.
Or does he keep it the same?
No. Did you hear Kenny's line?
That was the.
Was that after the game or halftime?
Was that the bars of the year?
Halftime, right.
Was that bars of the year or line of the year?
That was unreal.
He's talking about what was the exact line? It was baseball.
So Thibodeau wouldn't play 9 players in a baseball game.
That was it. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, but after seeing in the last game, even though yes, it was out of necessity that they had to go to the bench, it kind of worked.
Mm-hmm.
You think he ignores that and says, "Screw it, no, we're going right back."
He kept Brunson out even further than he had to. He had him out late in the fourth quarter.
A minute 37 was when Jalen Brunson checked into the game in the fourth.
The Pacers have Papa Halliburton back in the building, though.
Yeah,
that's true.
We did not think about that.
You didn't think about that part. Nesmith is a game time decision. Is that correct? He's questionable. I actually am worried about that.
Mm-hmm.
I am worried about how effective he's going to be. That is a legitimate concern because I think he's great at bothering Jalen Brunson. Not exactly stopping him. No one can really stop him, but then hitting 5 threes in 90 seconds. Yeah. He's also really good at that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him play in the NFL.
That's a hell of a skill to have. 5 threes.
5 threes in 90 seconds.
What's he going to play?
Tight end.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
Mo Alley Cox style.
Why him?
How big is he?
I don't know. He's running around there. I'm like, he's got football athleticism.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't think he looks more like a DB? Is he 6'1", 6'2"?
I don't know.
No, he's taller than that.
Nesmith?
I don't know how tall.
Of all the
6'6".
Of all the
Nesmith's 6'6".
Yeah. Charleston's finest 6'6".
It is Charleston. That's right. Do you think he's ever eaten at that? What's the fucking
Red's Ice House?
Yeah, Red's Ice House.
100%.
You think
you can't say 100%.
You think Aaron Nesmith has been to Red's Ice House,
or at least Saltwater County?
There's a lot of places to eat around there, man. I don't think you can put that at 100%.
We got to get him.
Also,
on the
Red's
show.
Ice House, I think, is over the bridge. So I think it's right. It's over the bridge.
It is.
There's probably 400 restaurants in Charleston. There's a lot of restaurants in Charleston.
He played at Porter-Gaud. That's probably a little bit closer. I'll look into it.
Wait, how old is he?
He's 25, I think.
I just think 100% is crazy.
In Connor years.
Oh wait. Let me double check.
Can you text Ty and ask him? Ask him to ask.
My boy Ty?
Yeah, your boy Ty. Can you text him and ask him to ask?
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Oh,
What?
What are you doing?
yeah, he's plus 2.5 months in Connor years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys ran in the same
So
circle?
you guys.
You might have hugged the
Yeah,
same
you
gals.
You might have been bullied by the same girls.
No. There was a. First of all, I got to Charleston late. I was only there for high school, and I was a Wando kid. He was a Porter Goud kid.
Is it possible that Neesmith bullied a girl, and then that girl in turn bullied Connor? So Neesmith
what if
has bullied-
Neesmith, broke
Right.
up with the girl?
Yeah, who
And,
then
and
bullied
anger it angered her so much. She's like, I got to take it out on the next man I see,
Mm-hmm.
which just so happened to be you, Connor.
In the off season, I'll try and get Aaron Neesmith on the show. And
Did you say off season like you were? Was that a New York accent
Yeah.
that slipped in
in
there?
the off season?
New off season?
Off season.
In the off season, I'll try and get him on the
Do
show.
you remember him from high school?
We can work it out. I don't remember him because I never really crossed paths with him, but I knew people who played with him, and they were like, "This guy fucking rocks."
Hold on.
He was
So
trained. He
you
was
do-
trained
so
by
you do
Chris
remember
Middleton.
him?
Yeah.
Did you remember him or not?
I remember.
I didn't mean did you
I never
party
saw.
with-
I never saw him. Play.
I'm not asking have you met him. Did you go to the movies with him? I'm asking when you were living in Charleston,
Yeah.
do you remember a guy by the name of Aaron Neesmith that was also living in Charleston that was
Yes.
that was hot on the high school basketball scene?
Some of my teammates at my high school played AAU ball with him,
Okay.
and they were like, "This guy's going to the moon."
Did you think his name should be Andrew Nimhard?
No, I did not.
All the time.
That's take of the year by Ebo. Is
Yeah,
that
Yeah.
is my take of the year.
those names should be swapped.
Can I submit that
But
for my take of the year?
This is what I think I'm saying. If you would have delivered it like Nick Wright delivers his takes, I think
All right,
it
so
popped off a little more.
Should I practice my delivery
You have
for
to.
Friday?
You kind of like you laughed as you said it, and you can't laugh.
Okay.
You got to be like,
Ernest.
I believe that Aaron Neesmith and Andrew Nimhard, and you kind of lean forward,
Yeah.
and you have that cadence,
Mm-hmm.
and then every so often you pull it back,
Mm-hmm.
but then you lean back forward.
Yeah.
Switch names.
And sometimes you abandon the cadence and give a whole sentence.
Yeah.
And get back to the cadence.
So work on that. Work on that. The NBA playoffs are here, and the only place to buy hard-to-get playoff tickets is Game Time, the official ticketing partner of Barstool Sports. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets. Prices on the app actually go down the closer it gets to tip-off. You can save up to 60% when buying last-minute tickets. What are you waiting for? If you're a fan of the Oklahoma City Thunder, you got your boys coming back home up 3-1. Chance to clinch a spot in the NBA Finals for the second time?
Yes.
Yep.
They've
Yes.
only been there once, right?
2012.
Only, that's it.
What'd you say?
2012.
Oh, the Thunder.
The Thunder.
I thought you said the Pacers. I'm sorry.
The Thunder.
Pacers were also
The
one time.
Thunder.
but Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Pacers were also one time.
Yeah.
2000. Yeah, if you're someone in the Indianapolis region,
Mm-hmm.
go to Game 4 tonight.
Yeah.
How about that?
Mhm.
If you're Tyrese Halliburton's dad, and you can't get tickets
Mm-hmm.
because whatever reason, go to Game Time.
That would be funny if he lost his line and placed to buy the
Yeah,
tickets.
the Pacers were like, "We'll allow your father to come back to the game," and he's like, "Fuck, well now I don't have a ticket though."
He just has to get
It's like, what
himself
do I do? I gotta get myself a ticket. Go turn to Game Time. Take the guesswork out of buying NBA playoff tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code Mosley for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply again. Create an account and redeem code Mosley MOSTLY for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. What time is it? Game Time. Also with Game 4, I thought about this Sunday. You remember the guy who had trash thrown on him in the streets
Yeah.
of New York wearing the
Yeah.
Halliburton jersey, and then on McAfee's show, Halliburton said, "I'm gonna give you tickets to Game 4." I forget who else. Was it you, Ebo? That were we talking about that? Where we were like, "Why Game 4? Why not just Game 3?"
No, I don't
It
think
wasn't you. It was you, Connor.
I think it was on
Somebody.
the show.
Say that on
We
it.
talked about it on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't he just get him tickets to Game 3? Probably because of the Indy 500. I imagine it was a very, very hot ticket, and hotels were probably impossible to find. I don't know. I just wanted to.
Well, let me throw this
I
there.
wanted to pull that back around because I was watching Sunday and I was like, oh yeah, now it makes sense to me. Now I'm connecting the dots. The race is going on.
Well, did a problem arise here? Because what if Halliburton said, "Yeah, I'm going to bring him to Game 4," and in his mind, his dad wasn't going at the time. He was just going to give him his dad's tickets.
Oh,
So what if,
now his dad really might not have tickets.
or a garbage guy is going to be out
Yeah.
of luck because dad's going to take the tickets.
Yeah.
So it's either dad or garbage guy.
Whoa, could be.
These are the things you got to think about. Because I'm sure Tyrese Halliburton only has access to one ticket.
I think Pacers roll.
Think Pacers roll?
Pacers roll.
There you go.
I think Pacers roll.
Okay. All right.
I think you know what I think happens tonight. I think the Pacers get back to playing Indiana Pacers basketball.
You just say
And that's
that
enough
about all
said.
your teams
And
at
that's
all times.
and that's enough said.
There's just
And
whenever
that's enough
Ohio
said.
State's winning, it's Buckeye football. When they're winning, it's Buckeye basketball. Now this is Indiana Pacer basketball. Just winning.
Pretty much, yeah.
But they never
Pretty
won
much.
a title. So are they inventing Indiana Pacers basketball?
But they didn't win the title because they stopped playing Indiana Pacers basketball.
Okay,
That's pretty.
my bad.
I mean, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander said as much in the post game interview last night.
Yeah.
After they won. They're like, how do you put these guys away? You're up 3-1. How do you put away the Timberwolves? He's like, we just got to play Thunder basketball. We just got to stick to our identity.
We gotta
That's it. As long as you play Thunder basketball, you're gonna win.
we gotta set something up for later. Because this weekend wasn't about the Indiana Pacers.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't about Mark Titus. Wasn't about Connor Griffin. Wasn't about Ebo. This weekend was about Cody
Mm-hmm.
and the Buffalo Bandits.
The motherfucking Buffalo Bandits.
And they fucking did it. They did it.
3-peat.
Yeah.
Wow.
People said it couldn't be done.
So
I think. I don't know.
We'll have Cody in here to talk about it at 11.
I guess so.
Cody
yeah.
will be here? Okay.
I guess so, yeah. Cody's back. What a weekend he must have had
Oh, my
watching
God.
his boys.
I can't wait to hear the stories.
He's calling himself the king of the box.
Is that what he's calling
That's what
himself?
he's calling himself, yeah.
Wow.
King of the box. They've won 3 in a row. Box lacrosse.
I don't see any reason not to call him King of the Box.
King of the box.
At least as far as this show goes, he's the King of the Box.
So Cody will be here to explain what
What all this is. Yeah. What in fact it all is.
What it is that he did that we're doing.
He did get there to the game.
Yeah.
Cost me and you $800 to send him to the game.
That's right.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. And has he think this
Was the
enough?
game in Europe?
Game was in
No, his
Buffalo,
game was in Buffalo.
New
I think
York.
it's like a 5-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah. Could have been
Sent him to
there.
Amsterdam?
Went to Buffalo.
Oh.
Buffalo, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's where they did it.
It's basically across 2 oceans.
Sure.
Great Lakes.
So you really could ask me, Brandon, how far of a drive is Buffalo, and I would probably go between. I would start at 7 hours, and I'd get up to 12, and it's somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there.
It's somewhere. It's not. It's at least 7. I think 7's the minimum. 12's the maximum.
I'll back that up. I think it's between. I think it's 7 and 10. I
7
think
and
we
10?
can rule out.
12. Okay.
I think we can rule out 11 and 12.
I'm
gonna say it's like 9 to 10.
how much?
9 hours. Hold on.
Yeah, you're right.
Hold
Hold on.
on.
Okay, so
Everybody
if I'm driving back, and then I make the Ohio turn about halfway, so that's about.
So you go to
And
there.
probably another 3 hours. So I'm gonna put my official 8 hours and 20 minutes is my official guess.
Yeah.
Nah, it seems short.
I hate to just piggyback what you're saying, but I do think it's right around there. I think you're spot on.
between 8:15 and 9. How about that?
I think you're spot on.
All right. How far is it?
There we go.
9.5.
Well, or
But
8 hours and 6
Oh,
minutes.
8 hours and 6 minutes. There we go. Yeah,
Well,
that's the faster one.
I want to take the dark blue one because
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I want to take the. Why do they do that?
I don't know.
on my
You can either take 9.5 hours or you can take 8 hours.
But it's dark blue, but it's not green. What?
Yeah, that's confusing.
But it's
It also crosses the 9. Okay, so that one, the one that goes down. Why would you go to Fort Wayne on the Strip? Why on earth would you go down to Fort Wayne on the Strip? What would possess you to go to Fort Wayne?
Play some pickleball at Spees Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
Can you cut across Canada? Would that be faster? Probably not. Or
It
else they would
almost-
suggest it.
It almost has to be.
It looks faster though if you just cut it through Detroit.
Yeah, just went up there, and there's not a lot of roads though.
Do we think Cody would have this trip in him?
Maybe you have to stop.
8
at the
hours?
border.
Wait, you can do that? You can move that thing
Start-
however you
Oh,
want.
you didn't know that?
I just am beholden to whatever they say.
Yeah.
Dude.
I don't know you can move
Welcome
do
to
whatever you want.
Oh, it is pretty much the same.
What is it if you
Go-
go to Louisville first?
it. Yeah,
Would you dip down to Louisville? just a quick jaunt to Louisville.
it's over there. Right there. There it is.
But more so Louisville, I would say. What about Louisville?
About 14 hours.
There we go.
So next time we will, if we do send him to Buffalo again, we're sending him through
Through
Louisville.
Louisville.
I mean,
Yeah.
We got to do this like across country or something.
But look, wait, stop right
you
there.
have to spell out mostly sports or something.
Stop right there. If you look at where Chicago and Buffalo is there on that map that we got, it doesn't look that far.
It doesn't look far. But why?
When you bring in the rest of the country, it looks like a smaller or a much shorter ride.
Zoom out more. Zoom out more. I mean, yeah, that doesn't look far at all.
Now, I would wager if you zoomed out even a little more. Oh, that's not long at all.
Not long at all.
Compared to driving to Japan?
Congrats to Cody, though. The Bandits did it. They won 3 in a row, and
Yeah.
he'll be here to talk about it, I guess, at some point.
My eyes go to this baseball thing on the sheet.
Mm-hmm.
It says Colorado Rockies fan hit in the eye with a foul ball is suing the team, and his logic is he is saying the Rockies are so bad it's hard to pay attention to the game. He might have something.
He's got something.
That might
He
be
does have
that
something.
might be genius.
Yeah. Can we get a Rockies update?
Eight
People?
8.
They've played
won
54 games. Okay, they're 9-50.
Oh, they won
9-45.
9.
Yeah. Are there any other developments? I feel like there needs to be a new wrinkle to Rockies reporting and like just simply saying their record.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying us. I'm saying the people out there covering the Rockies. The people we need stories of like this.
The beat writers should challenge them to fights every day or something?
We just need like more. I need more data points of incompetence. I need just simply saying the record isn't good enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
I need yeah. The starting pitching is what. Give me some numbers from them.
There's got to be like the
you know what I
Thunder.
mean?
The Thunder have won more games since.
Yeah, I want stats like that.
Yeah.
Well,
I want.
we have a season to look at. Like the White Sox last year, what was their record on May 28th or whatever, 27th? What was the White Sox record at that point? Because they are historically
They're
the worst.
They're worse than the White Sox, right? They're on.
I think they're significantly worse than the White Sox.
Even the Thunder have won more games in the last like 2 weeks than
Yeah.
the Rockies have.
15-40 was what the White Sox were last year.
At this point,
At this
15 and 40.
Yeah, 15-40.
That's significantly better.
That's
than-
six more wins.
Mm-hmm.
They've reached must sweep territory. Like the Cubs are playing them right now. And
yes.
Yeah. If
you cannot lose any. Generally, if you want to be a good team, you look at bad teams and you say we have to beat them in this series. And if you take 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5 or whatever, you feel good about yourself. Or at least you're just like, thank God we didn't. Thank God we avoided disaster. The Rockies are like, if we don't sweep them, and honestly, if we don't win by multiple runs, we don't sweep them comfortably.
Somebody's getting sent down.
Something's gone seriously wrong.
Also, Pete Crow Armstrong is Willie Mays.
dude,
Yeah,
he's
dude.
awesome.
He's just not stopping.
How did he?
Just will not stop.
You signed Kyle Tucker, and he for the first month it was like Kyle Tucker MVP, and then Pete Crow Armstrong is just the best fucking player. He's
Shoot
hitting.
me straight, but does he have a chance to win MVP?
No.
Yeah, I know. That's what I thought.
Well, hold on,
It's just going to be.
not gonna
It's
happen.
just going to be Ohtani and
It's
Judge.
gonna be
again.
Ohtani and Judge. Right?
hold on. Yes, right. He has a chance.
No.
It's a small chance.
0.
Zero chance.
He's awesome.
Otani's winning it in a walk
It's
from the DH
What if he gets
position.
hurt?
I mean, yeah, true. Okay, if Ohtani gets
But
hurt,
not 0 chance.
but then he's going to start pitching. So
He's not going to start pitching if he gets hurt.
He's going to start pitching at the All-Star break. Apparently,
It's like Judge is minus 1,000 in the AL.
probably bigger.
Well, I get that one.
But anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Are you thinking of anything?
If Shohei Ohtani retired today, who's the MVP in the National League?
Who should have been?
Maybe PCA. He has an argument.
So
Tatis, Corbin Carroll, they have arguments.
Kyle Schwarber.
Might be the fucking James Wood dude. TJ Abrams.
why are you talking like this all of a sudden?
Shit.
Why you got a little attitude when it comes to baseball?
Because we're getting hot. We've won 3 in a row.
The Orioles. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
that's
starting
true.
to.
I'm
Your
walking
chest
with-
is starting to
yeah,
swell up a little
yeah.
bit.
That is true.
Brandon, I know you may be more of a Brewers guy. The Cubs are, and it's impossible to watch the Cubs in Chicago. The Cubs are must watch. Like it's literally slap a must watch on every single Cubs game.
Yeah.
And you can't turn it off in the 6th.
They're never out of any game.
Dude, they were down 8-4 to the Reds on Sunday.
Yeah.
Outscored them 7-0, 7-0, 7th inning on.
nuts.
They've outscored opponents 56-3 in the 7th inning on in the last 10 games. That's insane.
That is crazy.
I keep waiting for the slump to happen. It
Yeah.
just won't happen yet.
Seiya's
Just
hitting.
will
Kyle
not.
Tucker's hitting.
Can you say that stat again? They've outscored opponents in seventh inning on own 56-3 over the last 2 games.
That was going.
They're averaging 5 runs a game after the seventh inning.
It's crazy, dude. And it's like 3-run homer after 3-run homer after 3-run homer.
Yeah.
Dude, they are. It's like even if they lose, it's must watch because you're like they could take this game all the way, make it interesting till the 9th inning. They could give up 10 runs in an inning. They've done it this season. What was the game in Wrigley this year?
When they gave up 10 runs?
Where it was like in the bottom of the 7th, they gave up 9. And
Oh, I remember
the
that
Marlins,
game.
right?
Yeah.
It was like a Friday game.
The one Dickie Smokes was that, yeah.
Friday one.
That's how.
Oh, yeah,
I
that's
remember.
That's how
like-
you remember it?
It's like seeing a grand slam. Yeah.
Oh, the one where
That was the
Dick
Grand Slam
Pill,
sweep.
yeah.
that was the one where. Okay. And
Seeing
then
a grand slam in person is like taking a dick pill or something like that.
And
And
then
he
having
put
it
the
slam
he
in
put the
against you.
stuffed animal in his chair and took the
Yeah,
picture and
yeah.
said they'll never know.
It was that
And
game.
I was like, if you just left, we wouldn't have known.
That dude, man. That's your guy.
Special guy. Special guy.
Can I tell you about what I'm sitting in right now?
Please do.
God,
What?
that could mean anything.
It could be anything. Oh, you're talking about the chair.
It's my chair.
Okay. Whew.
My chair.
I thought we had an emergency.
Didn't even put the chain on.
X Chair provides next level comfort and support that moves with you. Dynamic variable lumbar support. Adjust automatically to support your back. See, Titus, the thing about being a pro is when you're reading an ad about a chair and the ad copy says lumbar, you know to say lumbar because that's what they mean.
That's what they
so
meant. Yeah.
that's just pro. That's just pro
it's just being
stuff
a
right
pro.
there.
Yeah.
SideFloat Infinite Recline allows for smooth movement as you lean back in your chair just like this. Get 10% off at xchair.com with code MOSTLYSPORTS10. That's MOSTLYSPORTS10 for 10% off at xchair.com. A little behind the scenes, a couple of months ago, I realized the chairs that me and Mark were sitting in were subpar. They weren't great chairs. And I said to TJ, I said, "Hey, Tej." And he said, "Yes, Brandon." I said,
Says, yeah, that's my name.
I said, I said, "Hey, get us better chairs. We deserve better chairs." And he said, "You're in luck. X chairs coming on soon. You're going to get some X
Right.
chairs." And we got them, and he was right. We were in luck. Good chairs, good solid chairs.
So
And you have yours built to different specifications than me. See, I like a little bit looser. You like a little tighter.
I like good back support.
Yeah.
So mine is I like it nice and stiff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like it loose. That's
Nice
what
and
I'm
stiff.
used to.
I like it nice and stiff in the back right here.
Think we could get an X couch over here?
Mm.
We could get a
Like something that
special
used to be a couch.
special order, like get them to cook up an X couch for the boys.
Make a custom couch
Out of X.
out of
Throw up the X.
That would be sick.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if me and Mark were sitting over there, they probably
Yeah.
could.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess you think you guys deserve. What else you got on the baseball here? Tate trolls all of Twitter saying the Tigers need to trade Tarek Skubal immediately. All right.
I'm just saying it was a crazy day in baseball Twitter because an ecosystem built off trolls and burner accounts got out trolled by Tate on Saturday.
Well, I missed it. What did he say? What did you just?
Tarek Skubal had
he
a Maddox
they
on,
should trade
on
him?
Saturday. Yeah, he just wrote a blog basically saying
He had a complete game, 13 strikeouts
Maddox
with like less than 90-something pitches.
insane.
Yeah.
Like all fastballs too.
102 or 103 hit on the last pitch.
103.
It's crazy.
That's unbelievable.
Otani, this is another maybe PCA has no chance to win MVP thing. Otani's on pace to score 175 runs this year. No, only one player has scored 150 runs in a season since like 1950.
Who was that player?
Jeff Bagwell.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was.
What's the my mind's just going back to the Rockies. I think I might be obsessed with the Rockies. What's the? 'Cause you mentioned the Dodgers. I'm just now connecting that the Dodgers and the Rockies are in the same division. The Dodgers are surely by the end of the year going to be the best team in baseball. The Rockies are the worst. What is the record for? Never mind wins and losses.
Oh,
the record for games behind, games back.
I will look into that. I do not know.
Because we might see like a team finish 60 games back.
It might be like the 62 Mets that won like a ridiculous like 40 games or something. I don't know what the White Sox were last year, but nobody in the Central Division like ran off and hid last year.
Right? Yeah.
So,
The AL Central is
So you need like a
not the
100 win
strongest.
team, and then like were the Rockies going to be a 32 win team?
Yeah.
Maybe like 2001.
The Mariners won 120, and
Yeah.
if there was a The one thing about the Rockies that they do play in a shitty division for them. They got to play the Padres. They got to play the Dodgers.
Diamondbacks are good.
Yeah, like they're all good
Yeah.
except for the Rockies.
I have potentially one of the biggest gaps ever.
Okay, we're talking.
Talking
Okay.
baseball right
we're
now.
talking baseball, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
I mean, it's probably the pre-young core.
Yeah, it might be the
oh no.
It might be the pre-young core twice.
might have
Oh,
been
when the Yankees or Red Sox were good
Yeah, 2019.
back in the
2018. The Baltimore Orioles were 61 games behind the Boston Red
bad.
Sox in the AL East.
47
and 115. So the Rockies absolutely
61 is the highest you can find.
as of right now. There might
The
be
Rockies are what right now? 25, 30? Are they 30 yet? Games back.
I'm gonna check the 2001
It's not even
AL
June.
West standing.
I just checked. So the Mariners, where did it go?
Rockies are 24 games back.
Whoever was in last place was 43 games back.
Okay. All right. Well, that's something I'm keeping an eye on.
yeah
I'm checking one more, and then we'll move on.
What are the Rockies right now?
24.
24. Do quick maths. What is that pace?
The Mets in 1962 finished 60 and a half games back. 60
The 60 and a half?
60 and a
And
half.
the Orioles were 61?
Yeah.
Quick maths, they're on pace to finish 75 games back.
And the Dodgers aren't even playing up to their standard right now, right?
They're starting to come to form.
Like at this point in the season, the Dodgers haven't been as dominant. They are still one of the best teams in baseball,
Yeah.
but they haven't been as
I think they've used
dominant as we've expected.
a lot of starting pitchers, but yeah, Yamamoto has been awesome for them.
Like the Dodgers, what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
if the Dodgers get hot, which they
Rip
feel
off
like they haven't even
15
gotten hot, they're just kind of coasting, and
Yeah.
them coasting is still one of the best teams in baseball. Yeah. Oh my God, could get real ugly.
27 games in a Major League Baseball season. Like the record looks like the Bobcats in the strike shortened season in the MLB or in NBA. 9 and 54, 45.
You just wrote Wiener race.
Yeah, Wiener race.
That's all you put
Yeah,
on
you
there
see
was
the-
Wiener race.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
Now, Starkville, Mississippi had the Wiener dog race a couple of weeks ago, but this was, I assume, the Oscar Mayer Wiener races. I did see something. Was this a hotly contested race, or is it just notable because it's a Wiener race?
Wiener
Good.
race.
Pretty good race.
It was a good race. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, on Friday. Yeah, the Wieners,
Would you like
Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Look at them go. Well, they're actually not going. That's just a picture.
then look at them
That
go
was-
to their
That was just a
Wieners?
picture.
There was a Chicago representative, right?
Who won? I was. This happened
Mustard
during the
Dog,
Yak. I didn't get a chance to watch. The Mustard Dog won. The Weenie 500.
Wait, the way they represented their respective dogs.
They're going so slow.
This is like 60 miles an hour,
Yeah.
but it looks like they're crawling.
Yeah.
There was actually a pretty the finish was good.
Still in the lead, but looks like maybe a great run off of turn 2.
All right, is he closing?
I think we might be having a race to the line. Mustard Maddie closing with the slow dog. Could she top off the Weenie 500? Pass on the Chai Dog.
Top it off.
The Slaw Dog topping you off.
Mile to go at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the inaugural Weenie 500. These hot dogs are hot rodding it down the front straight, T-Bell. They're coming at us now. Maxed out at a whopping 60 miles an hour.
One of the cars blew out. The leader, Sonoran Dog, blew out.
Second place is closing with the run. Can the fans cheer them across the line?
Oh, no.
It's going to be close. They're making the move. Slow Dog making the move up the inside.
No way.
To the outer bricks and over the line. It looks like it's going to be the Slow Dog by a nose.
You like Slaw Dog?
Oh,
Slow Dog wins.
Slaw Dog beat Mustard.
In the closest finish in Weenie 500 history, Slow Dog by a nose.
Gotta love it, Brandon.
You think they were actually racing?
Gotta fucking love it.
USA, baby.
My wrestling fandom of 46 years just flared up a little bit. That was we worked the finish. It was a worked finish.
No.
It was a worked finish. The weenies weren't on the level. The weenies weren't on the level.
No way.
You think it's
There's
a
no
work?
fucking way, man.
If you can't believe in weenies,
Come
what can you
on.
believe in?
Were there weights in the weenies?
Also,
Can't believe it. Nothing no more.
60 miles an hour looks so slow on a racetrack, But like,
There's just no way they were going 60 miles an hour.
On the straightaways.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The Indy 500 was crazy.
I was going to say.
It ended up being like I'm one of those guys that I think the Indy 500 is like sex, where like I wish
It's longer than
I wish
sex.
there was more
Oh.
of it. No, even when it's bad, I still love it. You know. And
Louder than sex, too.
and but I thought the race was one of the weaker ones. I would say the finish was a little lackluster, but it was fucking chaos for most of the day. There were pull up TJ, find a clip of our pole sitter Robert Schwartzman going into the pits. There were so many incidents on pit row. There were cars just like exploding into fire. Scott McLaughlin wrecked on the warm up laps before the race even started.
I mean, I'm not trying to get easily distracted, Mark, and I know you're not either, but
Did somebody order McCrispy strips?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
All right,
he had those in his hat.
Thank you.
had
Cody.
McCrispy's in his hat.
I'm gonna pull McCrispy strips right out of my hat.
He just had McCrispy's right in his hat.
Hey, boy.
Thank you, Cody.
You better give me a box of McCrispy strips. No,
You know what? I like Brandon so much. I would share McCrispy.
Brandon, do some business. Tell the people where they can get the McCrispy strips.
they can get it at McDonald's. This episode of Mostly Sports is brought to you by McDonald's. All new McCrispy strips. Did he take one of these? No, he didn't. Okay, good. New McCrispy strips are here. It's chicken made for dipping. Tender, juicy white meat chicken with a golden brown peppery breading. It's chicken so good it deserves its own sauce. The creamy, chili McCrispy strip dip. A sauce that's creamy, savory, and sweet with a little heat. Okay, thanks. It works with any of their sauces. These are delicious, real chicken strips. They're fantastic. I like them. I look forward to lunchtime every day now that I can just eat my McCrispy strips. New McCrispy strips with a creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It's chicken made for dipping only at McDonald's. New McCrispy strips with a creamy chili McCrispy strip dip. It is chicken made for dipping, and it is only at McDonald's. You probably have one near you, I would imagine, if you're anywhere in America.
All over.
It's the closest McDonald's y'all have ever seen to each other. You ever seen them almost across the street? I have.
Really? What, do you know where at? The whereabouts?
No.
The ones by the office are very, very close. The International and the
Is the International one close to us?
What?
very close.
Yeah.
I asked if the International one was
Oh,
close
Might
to
be the
us.
closest McDonald's.
Brandon, that is where we went for national championship breakfast.
I was simply asking if it was close.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I understand.
It's so close.
Cody ruined it.
I don't want to flex my privilege too much. We had 2 McDonald's in Brownsburg growing up.
Damn.
You know,
We only have.
we're just built a little different.
That's how you know.
Yeah, 49 states. It's just McDonald's.
You had
We
2?
had 2. Yeah,
What's your population?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't count. I tried to count one time. I lost count. Got distracted.
We only had 1. Starkville has 2. Starkville has 2.
Yeah, we had 2. We had because there was one on the south side and there's one on the north side.
Wow.
You say meet me at McDonald's, you had to specify which one.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, because there are 2.
We only have 1.
Yeah.
Now we did get a new McDonald's that replaced the old McDonald's, but we never had 2 at one time. Cody, you okay?
We had 2.
I'm great. I'm
Oh,
so
so you want
fired
to you
up.
want to do your thing now?
Yeah, we could probably go.
Here, come here.
Was there anything else from the Indy 500?
No, it doesn't matter. 'cause
Come sit on the couch,
Cody just
Cody.
walked in with the hat.
Come-
on.
Yeah,
come
the
sit on the
greatest,
couch.
biggest sporting event in the world. But let's talk about Coach.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Was anybody hurt?
That guy certainly.
Yeah.
I need that.
Yeah. All right.
Is
There
that
it was. That was the Indy 500 coverage.
how fun?
It's
How fun would it be to drive an Indy car?
so fucking fun,
They look like the
It
most
looks so
fun
much
cars
fun.
to drive.
dude. Even when they're going like 150 miles an hour, it looks like they're going slow. But I imagine you'd be shitting your pants.
Good noise too.
Yeah. Tom Brady. They took Tom Brady around in a lap. Scott McLaughlin, one of the drivers, like I said, crashed in the warm up. He was trying to get his tires warm.
Yeah.
And he's going back and forth, and then just lost control and hit a wall. And the joke people were making was that Tom Brady beat him because Tom Brady did. He was like driving in front of the pace car as like a promotional thing for Fox. So okay.
Was he?
No. I was on Tom Brady.
Cody.
train.
Was he getting booed?
Hold on.
Yeah,
hold
he was getting booed.
Was the Tom?
The joke was that Tom Brady beat him because Tom Brady was.
What are you acting?
No.
I glanced at my.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll talk about.
Was the Tom Brady?
The joke was Tom Brady, professional football player, beat Scott McLaughlin in the race because he crashed it before the race.
It's a good joke. Which led to my question. Was the Tom Brady Instagram post or whatever where he said, was that real or did somebody Photoshop it?
He got introduced at the start finish line. The place booed him.
Yeah,
like crazy. Yeah,
he went on Instagram or something and did a caption like it was nice to get one more win in
one final
good
successful drive.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because he was in one of the race cars that was driving around in front of the pace car. Yeah,
man.
Jimmy Johnson was driving it, and then Tom Brady sat in the back.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, look who liked it.
Fasoli.
All right, Cody.
Yeah, we're here now. Buffalo Bandits got their three-peat. Thank you again for sending me. I think you guys had a big part in that championship. So if you want, I could just do a little recap. We could talk about the game.
Yeah.
I would love to do that, but I think I need a little help. I don't know if we could get anyone from the team on the show. You guys have any connections?
The way he's saying it makes it
seems like he might have a connection.
We might have a few guys ready to roll up on the show now. TJ, there they are.
Oh! Look at him.
Wait a fucking minute. That's Chase Frazier. That's
the Bandits.
That's the motherfucking Bandits.
That's Joshua's iPhone.
What's up, boys? Three-peat. Are all of you, is this your third for all of you? Is this? Yes, it is. You guys have been, this is the core four?
First two.
We're looking at the core four, Cody?
Those are the boys, yeah, the core four right here.
Who's that big motherfucker in the bottom left? Introduce all these guys.
So top right, we got Ian McKay.
Yep.
We got Chase Frazier on the top right.
They can't both be on the top right.
Yeah.
One's got to be on the top left.
Hold on. So we got Ian top left, Chase top right, bottom left, Dane, Smith, and Josh Byrne on the bottom right.
I'm the big motherfucker on the bottom left.
Yeah.
That's
Dane, I mean, your role on the team, you just beat the shit out of people?
No. I get that a lot, but I tend to put the ball in the back of the neck.
Oh.
All right, let me talk to the best player on the team. How you doing, best player on the team?
Doing well, thanks. Appreciate it.
All right.
E. McKay, MVP, right? Isn't he the...
I don't fucking...
Finals MVP.
Finals
Ian
MVP,
McKay,
yeah.
Yep. Right there.
Cody, introduce us to all these guys and tell us their accolades. Tell us
you're the
everything.
One that's supposed to tell.
You're the Bandits guy.
So Ian McKay won NLL Finals MVP. Got the cup right there. We got Dane Smith, Offensive Player of the Year this year. We got Josh Byrne, last year's Offensive Player of the Year, regular season MVP, Finals MVP.
So what did Dane do this year that was better than Josh? What?
I don't know. Let him talk about
it. Okay. I'm sorry. I was just talking to you. Josh, maybe we get those numbers up next year. I don't know.
Hey, I'm pretty sure we tied, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm just saying.
Nah, we got Chase up there, the human highlight reel. You guys just want to talk a little bit about the game? I mean, second half shutout, unbelievable.
Mm-hmm. It's a good question, Cody.
I mean, yeah, let's let him talk, you know?
Yeah, I think a little bit of the game is a little bit of a blur after the celebration we had this past weekend. I think it's still kind of going on, but it's unbelievable. Obviously, team win, and I think they thought they had a chance, and we kind of blew them out of the water.
What's the celebration look like? You guys have this is your third win in a row. I imagine, on the one hand, you're doing something that rarely happens in any sport, really, winning 3 in a row. On the other hand, you've been there, done that. Like, did you guys still get after it when you win a championship like this, or is it like, man, this is this is getting taxing, going out partying every single year?
It was all gas, no breaks for the boys. Every bar that we went to, it was packed, and the cup was the main event. And I honestly
speak for
couldn't
yourself,
tell you
buddy.
about what happened. Yeah, hey,
my wife told me I was crowd surfing at one point, so I think I thought I'd make it on Barstools by now, but I guess not. I'll send you guys a video.
Your wife told you were crowd surfing?
Yeah, I didn't realize.
Which suggests that you don't realize you're crowd surfing.
Yeah, think about that for a second.
Oh shit, was I crowd surfing?
A more important question about the celebration. At any point, did any of you see our Cody at the celebration, and is he as good of friends with you guys as he tells us that he is?
I saw him around after a little bit. We ended up taking a picture. I don't really remember taking that picture, but he just kept following me around all night asking for it, so I finally had to get into it.
That's crazy.
Cody, somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do
Somebody
it.
gotta do
Yeah, I mean, talk about like the game, like the shit talk before the game from the rush, how that fired you up and how you responded to that.
Jace, you want to speak up a little bit, or?
Yeah, I guess I could say something.
When you talk about shit talkers, this is the shit talker himself.
I mean, you
so
want to
let's
talk
just
about
hear
what
it.
happened in that game 2 that got us kind of going, or what happened?
Yeah,
game
the
two? Oh, there you
picks,
go.
everything.
Yeah, I guess it got really heated in game 2 before in shoot around. One of their guys ended up being watching our end of our practice, and I did not take too keen to that. So Buddy took a ball and a water bottle off the face and took some
Whoa.
couple short birds, which we didn't end up winning game 2, but going into game 3, they were being all cocky and arrogant, and it was kind of just the message that was being sent to us by our coach saying, "Hey, these guys think they're better than us," and I think we slapped them around a little bit in game 3.
God. How common is fighting?
Altercations like that, they kind of do. Like, there's always like choice words. One thing that I wish that they would let us do, like more like the NHL, is like more face washing and let us get away with it, where you can throw a little bit. But it's the penalties happen with that. Refs are a little bit tight on it.
To be honest with you, they really need to start allowing guys just to punch guys in the nuts more. I think.
I was gonna say, yeah. Chase with a dick punch,
man.
Just you get one dick punch a game. Yeah.
What happened there, Chase? Why'd you go for Buddy's nuts?
I was just standing there, went to go push myself up, and he stomped on my hand, so I just pulled it back, and the reaction was just to snap forward, and it just so happened to be his ball bag that took the heat there. So
Let me ask you about the fans. You guys, I assume you're going to say yes. You have the best fans in the league. How long have you? Who's the longest tenured player of you four with the Bandits? With the Bandits specifically.
Yeah, that's probably me.
Yeah. Do you?
Oh, it is me.
Have the fans been this crazy the entire time you've been there? Or is this like a new phenomenon? You guys have started to get good, and because like every game's like a sellout, right, Cody? That's what you tell me at least.
Yeah, Banditland's crazy.
Yeah, it's been like that from day one.
Really?
I've been here since 2012. It's been sold out for the most part. More games than not, but I think the past like 2 or 3 years, it's been more electric than ever. I don't know if you know this, but people bark at me when I score goals. So it's kind of weird. And you have grown adults bark.
They bark at you? Why do you bark? Why do you bark, Cody?
It's the Great Dane.
Oh,
they're barking. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the
so it's kind of different.
Wait, you have the dick punch?
Yeah, pull up the dick punch.
Show me the dick punch.
We have the Frazier dick punch?
Let me get it.
Yeah.
The good one.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
It's towards the end.
Here we
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
Here we go.
He's in the box of the box?
Wait for the second angle.
Here we go.
There we go.
All right, so he's
Here it
laying
comes.
down.
There it is.
All right.
Oh!
There's a better angle.
Yeah, there's a better angle here.
There it is.
Wait.
Jesus Christ, man!
Right in the penis.
Right in the penis. Right in the dick and balls.
I don't even know if that's cool. He just hit him right in the dick.
It's box lacrosse, man.
I got an update. Go ahead.
I said in our group chat that's kind of how we felt on Sunday morning after the celebration. We all felt like Chase punched us right there.
I got to be honest. When I introduced him and I said that big motherfucker in the bottom, he's not even that big. I just looked him up. He's only.
You could take him.
I could take him. He's only.
take him?
He's 6'3". He's 6'3", 195.
Oh, you could beat his ass, bro.
He made sure the camera and look how he's flexing in the camera. He's
flexing
yeah.
Yeah, look at him. Look at him showing off.
He's not even that big.
Well, hopefully I can get back on this show and I'll have my shirt off after the parade.
Oh, there is a parade.
Yeah, of course there's a parade.
When's the parade?
Friday.
Do we have to send Cody back?
Cody, what are you?
Are you gonna?
I mean, I guess now's a good time to ask.
Okay, if we get him to the parade, can he be in the parade? Can he be with you guys?
As long as Ian can has a leash for him, for sure.
We'll keep on a tight leash, but we'll walk him around.
Cody, do other people wear the big hats, or is that just a you thing? Is that your signature?
It's a Bandit staple. Big
It's
hat.
a Bandit.
It's
staple?
honestly, it's like a lot sometimes, so you got to take it off. But
that makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's a hat, basically.
It's
Is
a
what
big
you're telling
hat.
us.
Yeah.
Well, I got to say one more thing. There's a parade the next day. Not a parade, a marathon the next day. And some guy was full gear in Bandits gear running a marathon, like equipment, helmet on. And he ran a full marathon. And that's how crazy our fans are.
Fuck
Did it in an hour and a half.
Wow.
It's insane.
A marathon?
Marathon an hour and a half?
That's stupid.
With
See,
a
that-
big hat
That's
on?
why it took me so long to get to the bar.
So, Cody, I fear that we've asked these guys too many questions. This moment is really about you.
No.
This moment is about you and you being a fan that just won 3 straight. You want to tell these guys how important that has been to you and how incredible you've been throughout this entire journey?
I mean, I think it's important for the entire city of Buffalo. Like they say, the city of champions. It's these guys putting the work in and winning the ring. So, I don't know. Are you guys excited for next year? Do we think 4's in the cards or what?
Connor, what's wrong?
Connor's cracking up. I don't know.
Connor, was that a dumb question? Do you think that was a stupid question?
Connor, before they answer, criticize this question.
I'm laughing because I'm not gonna say it.
No, you say it.
Say it.
I'm looking at his. He's got like a prep sheet for these guys. And
No, we all have the prep sheet. You want us to read questions off his prep
I'll
sheet?
read. Yeah. I hate to interrupt because you guys did not get a chance to answer. Are you excited for next year? But
Come on, man.
But I have to ask while I have the chance. I have to ask. What does it mean to have a veteran goalie like Matt Vink on the team, and how big is his impact in the game?
You guys are fucked.
It's a good question.
That's a good. Yeah,
it's
that's
a fair
good
question. Have a veteran. Is he not going to be on the team next year? Is that what you're saying, Cody?
I have no idea.
He's a free agent.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, there's the guy.
No,
running
he's
the
just
marathon.
like 45 years old.
World record.
Oh, he's old. He's just an old guy. He's an old fella.
Yeah, he's I think he's 42, 43 years old, and he's been in the league for, it seems like forever now. I think he's won 5 championships out of 10. And
6, because he's won 2 3-peats.
2 3-peats?
Yeah.
So,
2
I mean,
3-peats.
if you're him, you just go out on top, right? But then also, you guys are going to win next year. You're going to win next year, so you might as well come back and do it again, right?
How can you leave a 4-peat on the table?
Yeah,
Tell me,
Brandon,
how?
Brandon, you're old. What would you do? You won 3 in a row. You could ride off into the sunset, or just win 4 in a row and then ride off.
I think you just ride these guys' coattails one more year and try to win another one.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
But if you guys fuck it up next year,
then you blew his. He would have had a great swan song.
then he's got to stick around for another year.
Try to win it again.
Yeah.
By that point, he's like 45 years old. All he wants to do is go raise kids, and y'all are just making him play fucking lacrosse.
All right.
That's the joke, is that our defense is so good in front of them that you could just hang his suit on the crossbar. He'd still make saves anyways.
That's pretty good. All right, Cody, anything else?
I don't know. You want to show the cup off? You guys got anything you want to say? Get some stuff off your chest?
Right here.
There it is.
There it is. Great trophy.
You have a message. You have a message for the haters at all? Like the people that said you guys can't do it?
I tweeted it out Sunday when I was blacked out, but I'll say it again. Everyone can shut up.
I got it. How much did y'all fucking drink?
Oh my goodness.
Way too
much.
We got to win a championship.
We really do.
I got to
We
win
need
a
some-
championship, dude.
We need some sponsors. We need some alcohol
Yeah.
sponsors. 'cause, like,
Jägermeister.
Get some Jägermeister.
Jaeger.
we deserve it. Yeah.
Some Jägermeister in their life.
Fuck yeah.
All right, congrats, boys. Congrats on the 3-peat. I'm going to say this right now,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I'm authorized to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. I'm going to come to next year's finals if they make it. I want to see a 4-peat.
The whole show's going.
All right.
The whole show will be there if they make
Yeah.
the 4-peat, and we will send Matt Vink. Hopefully, he's still on the team.
And I'll say it
Off
right
into the
now.
sunset.
I'll say it right now. Big motherfucker on the left. I'm issuing an open challenge to fight you right now. You show up in Chicago. You come here. You fight me. It'll be you, Dane Smith, me, Connor Griffin. We will fight right on this show.
Wait.
We will
Yeah.
fisticuffs. I am not scared of you, Dane Smith.
All
Dane
right.
Smith
Yeah,
versus
let's
Connor
do it.
Griffin. Cannot wait.
Why did I get thrown
Yeah.
into this?
We should spin the horses.
It'll be his first career fight. So.
Yeah.
Someone has to take
Guy's
a.
fucking 185. You'll be all right.
Someone has to take a dick punch.
Yeah, spin the horses and Chase gets a dick punch here.
Yeah, dick punch for one of us.
Thanks, boys.
All right, congrats to the Bandits, the Dynasty,
Thank you,
Buffalo
boys.
Bandits. Thanks, boys. Go
Appreciate
get
you
blackout
guys.
drunk again. Keep it rolling. Keep the party rolling.
Thanks,
Oh
fellas.
man,
See you
Look at
guys.
that, the Bandits.
Yeah, we really do need to win a championship. They're
I
just
wanna
getting
win a
drunk every
championship
day.
So bad. So is it? I mean, have you been there for all 3 of them?
I
in the
didn't go
building
last
for-
year. I was in the first one, and then the one before that, which they lost.
Yeah.
But you were at this one.
I was here.
How did it feel?
How was the plane ride back? I bet were there
Plane ride
Were there a
back.
lot of Bandits
Talk
fans?
about the plane ride back.
Were there a lot of Bandits fans on the plane back to Chicago?
No, 0. Just me.
Really?
Plane ride back was pretty good though.
You
Not a
said you
bad gig.
slept the whole time.
Yeah, but I was in comfortable position the whole time.
You
so
have first class back
first class back.
in there.
I don't like the way he's saying it. Like
No. I mean, I'll say this: I've never flown first class. I'm usually in the last row. I get it. I understand
what?
it now. Why you would and how you can
Yeah.
like
Why you
something
would, how you-
different.
Why you would?
how you can. That's a good. Was that a country song?
Yeah.
Hey,
There it is.
Cody.
Like I get it now.
You know what the title of my book is, right?
Let them know.
Man, don't put me in coach.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Is that the sequel?
Come on, man. Don't put me in coach. Come on, man.
It wasn't about the game. It was about the flight.
No, you get it now.
Unbelievable.
You know what I'm doing.
Unreal.
You see what I was doing out there.
Why you would and how you could.
The lady came up. She's like, "Would you like anything to drink?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll just take a pop, whatever." And she's like, "I was like, do you want my card?" She's like, "Oh, honey, that's free."
Oh,
I was
honey.
like, "Oh, fuck. All right, sweet."
You tried to go to the club too, didn't you?
I tried.
You tried
I tried to get into the
United
United Club, and they're like, "You remember?" I said, "No." And they turned me back.
You can
but
buy a day pass, can't you?
You can, yeah.
I was only there for like
quite
30
expensive.
minutes. The flight
So
there.
you had like on the one hand you thought a first class ticket got you into the club.
I didn't know.
But
yeah.
then you also thought it did not get you a free soda.
Yeah. I didn't know the
Interesting.
person.
Well, that did come after he got turned away
Oh,
from the club.
yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
that makes sense.
I got
That's true.
humbled
That's
pretty
true. You
quick.
got humbled, then you didn't want to take anything for granted.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
big weekend in lacrosse because Cornell also won the
the
NCAA title.
Huge. First time since 77.
Yeah, that's over by Buffalo as well. Not really.
Yeah.
Where's
yeah.
Ithaca? That's like
Upstate New York.
central, right?
Yeah.
New York?
Probably 3 hours.
It's not close to Buffalo,
4
but
hours.
it's closer.
It's in the middle.
And who'd they
Close
beat?
enough, right?
They beat Penn State.
Well, they beat
Before that.
They beat Penn State. Yeah.
There are a lot of what I'm trying to say is there are a lot of Buffalo Bandits, Cornell, Big Red fans.
A
out
lot
there.
of
a lot of
crossover.
Yeah, right.
overlap.
A lot
Yeah.
of overlap. That's what I was trying to say.
Can you imagine being a Cornell Bandits fan this weekend? Oh my God!
It's all about, huge.
All right, Cody.
Thank you guys.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate the whole thing. Love it.
Good stuff.
Love you,
Family.
Cody.
Did you what was your big? I guess before you go, what was your biggest banger tweet?
Probably
not the one that did numbies. I just want to know what
Probably my
your
favorite
proudest of.
was the sign Mark Titus loves box. that was awesome. That got people going.
Because I gave you an ultra green light. You're like,
There it
how
is.
much content do you want? And I was like, I just want you to spam content. I want you to just be putting content out. Like that was the one.
That was the
Love
one,
it.
and then the championship celebration
This
one.
is
was
my
good.
favorite one.
Oh, that guy. by the way?
that one.
This is my favorite.
I was thinking the same thing, TJ.
Oh, it just says family.
I have to preface this. I saw Stevie Johnson, and I was like, "Oh, cool! It'd be good to get a picture with him with the family sign," because at the time I didn't have the other one. So I had just grabbed a pen and wrote that. And then those guys came up and they're like, "We love Mostly Sports." They're from Canada. Guy on the left actually called out Brandon Walker. He said he doesn't know how to fucking fish. Tell him to catch a bigger fish.
Oh.
So if you have any message for that guy, that's what he said to me.
Okay.
He's handsome.
All right.
I told him Brandon can
He's
fish.
handsome. He's handsome. Be careful, Brandon. He's handsome.
I've already got myself in a fight.
Yeah, but
Why is it called box lacrosse?
Because it's indoor.
It's okay. All right.
But with the walls, is it because
Why is it just called indoor lacrosse?
Because it's way cooler to call
It's
it
all
box.
box.
Yeah.
You really love box so much. All right.
Also, Blutman was trolling me the whole weekend, which was weird. But
Oh yeah, he was.
All right.
All right. Thanks,
Congrats,
guys.
Cody. Go celebrate. But
Well,
in
too
a-
small.
In a more real sense, go do your job.
You get a bucket hat on too, Butman?
Actually, don't celebrate.
Also, get your hat.
You the man, Cody.
All right, let's all shuffle over there. Blutman, you've got some things to answer for. Whose pants are you wearing? Because they don't fit you at all.
My pants. Mom got me new pants, and I put them on, started walking to work, and realized, holy smokes, them things just dragging on the ground.
That's for a 6'8" man.
Yeah, I used to be 6'8". Now I'm 6'3", and these pants are long.
I'd just like to point out that at no point in your life have you been 6'8".
Really?
Yeah.
When I created characters in video games, I was sure 6'8".
No, you're sitting there with a controller in your hands. You're the same size you are now.
Wrong.
Oh, speaking of which, are we
what?
tomorrow? You wanna,
Oh,
never mind.
yes.
Okay, go ahead. Talk to Blutman about.
Well, that takes precedence now. I got a video game question for you. We're going to hold it for a second.
Video games.
We're going to do Super Mario World tomorrow.
Yeah.
Stream.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
And you're going to beat it.
I'm gonna beat Super Mario.
100%.
It's going to be a speed-ish run.
Okay.
Not a speed run, a speed-ish.
Okay. So you're not.
I'm going to do it as fast as I can, but like
it's not going to be that fast.
It's not that fast, but it will be. It will be completed in one sitting. Well, I'll get up to P.
Okay.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
The stream won't end until I finish it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do that tomorrow afternoon.
We're going to do that tomorrow right after the act.
Okay. All right.
Why am I doing this? I don't know.
Yeah. Just
I
watch
don't
it.
know. I just want to. It's something I want to do.
Please subscribe.
Yeah. Okay. Subscribe. Watch tomorrow.
Blutman.
Mhm.
The NCAA EA Sports Series announced today. They released their They gave the release date of July 10th for their 26th game, and they gave us the cover. Now, obviously, last year was the first time in 11 years we had the game. We were way more excited last year than we are this year. That's fine. Yada, yada, yada. I think the game was a little disappointing last year. Anyway, I have a statement to say about that.
Yeah.
I think this generation's covers leave a lot to be desired. I think this generation's marketing leaves a lot to be desired. That cover right there, the deluxe edition, just a bunch of players. I much prefer Reggie Bush on the cover in 06 and then Larry Fitzgerald on the cover. I much prefer a superstar player on the cover, and it kind of you can say, oh, well, that game that year, that was the Reggie Bush year. That was the Larry Fitzgerald year. What are we going to be able to say about these
This
years?
looks like last year's.
This looks like last year's. How are we going to differentiate between years?
I don't know if you're looking and talking to me like I'm going to have a different thought on this. Those covers are trash juice.
They're
There's
trash.
nothing else that needs to be said. Those things are absolute dog water. I'm in complete agreement.
I think it's emblematic of the game last year. This is trying to be everything to everybody, and it lost what the game was in the first place, which was awesome.
It was soulless.
It was soulless.
I think it's a complete slap in the face to anybody who's ever looked at a video game and been like, hey, this resonate. I don't know what he's doing.
What's TJ doing?
I think they're going for a sophomore season look. I think they have Ryan Williams, they have Jeremiah Smith, sophomore. It's the second year of the game back.
Then put Jeremiah Smith on the cover by himself and make him look cool.
Maybe.
They're taking pictures and neither of them care, and they put in zero effort to the cover. Cody would have made a graphic that's infinitely better for the cover.
Agreed.
Cody.
Agreed. You don't have to say Cody like that.
Was that a shot at Cody?
Right. Can we get that second
sort
Cody?
of a compliment? Like you're saying he's better than EA's designers, but then also the way you said it.
That second Cody had some mustard on it.
If I was in charge of the covers for College Football 27, Blake would be run things.
So we have to have Cody now make a cover, correct?
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see if Cody can do better.
He could. Easy.
Do they do it so as to not curse one player? Is that the idea, maybe?
But they never really have the curse.
They're not smart enough to think of that, and there's never been a college football cover curse.
I think it's what you said, Brandon.
That was
They're just trying to please
Correct.
everybody. They're trying to. Money? Is it about? Oh my God! Is it about
Is
money?
it because one
Holy
player
shit! Is it about money?
Would demand too much of a price tag to
I don't know.
cover athlete or something, or they would hold out, or
honestly, that's probably correct.
Because back in the day, they could only be on the cover after they were college football players, so
Right.
the curse couldn't get them because they were.
Which is also confusing because you'd buy the game with Joey Harrington on it, and then Joey Harrington's not even in the game.
Playing for the Lions, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
No,
doesn't make any sense.
And also, Reggie Bush was on it like a year after. Not even the next year. I think it was the year after.
Do we
07.
Do we have any updates? Have they fixed some of the issues people had with it last year?
They just starting to tell us what's going to be in the game, and the only new thing we have right now is real life coaches, which is one of those things that just should have been in last year. I have no idea why real life coaches.
What do you mean? Like when you're playing with
it could be
Georgia,
Ryan Day,
it's
Kirby
Smart.
Yeah.
Instead of just a generic
look
guy?
like them.
It'll be them.
Yeah.
How black? Is
Last year
Ryan-
didn't have them.
How black is Ryan Day's beard? Do they have the capabilities to render that?
Will James Franklin be rooting for Penn State or Vanderbilt?
Yeah, okay. That's totally blown out of proportion, that thing.
What'd he say?
He was just in the dugout.
James Franklin, obviously coach at Vanderbilt, still has very strong relationship with some of the coaches and people at Vanderbilt, and was at the SEC tournament for the championship on Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday.
Yeah.
How many?
And he was in the dugout of Vanderbilt.
How many Penn State baseball games you go to this year?
Did he go to?
Yeah.
Not sure. I'd have to fact check that.
Y'all got baseball?
Penn State made it to the semifinals of the Big Ten tournament. Lost to Nebraska,
They didn't
though.
want to see us. They didn't want a little rivalry
Damn.
in the Big Ten title.
UCLA and Penn State.
What do you think Ricky Hunt's rating on the new game's going to be?
If it's anything lower than a 74, we have issues.
74. I was thinking
transfer?
96.
96, yeah.
Who knows?
Did he
He transferred to Tulsa, right?
That sounds
Yeah.
right.
So do we need? Does our dynasty follow?
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
play-
down
You
on
guys,
You're
you
gonna be
guys all
Tulsa?
play with MAC teams, and I'll be Tulsa.
Are we running that back, Mac?
That's why
I don't know.
We
man.
got some things to talk
I
about.
don't
Off
know.
camera. We'll
We'll
talk
talk
off
off camera, but I'll also talk on camera right now and just say that like my heart's half in it.
Yeah.
My
I'll
heart's
do it.
not in it.
I'll do it if I have. to.
Also, we're gonna run it back just for Blutman and
No.
Yeah, Blutman
and the other one to be better than everybody else.
Get new faces
You've
in
already
here.
been told what the
Yeah.
the potential plan is,
Yeah.
but maybe some new blood in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to defend my title.
Can I be
what
a
if we
coach?
play with the real conference like the Sun Belt, and then maybe
Yeah.
Or the Big Ten.
I want to be a coach. I don't want to play.
I want to be rocking.
I just want to play with
coach.
Matt with Sluka and run for like 5 million yards.
I want to be the what Matthew McConaughey is to Texas football. I want to be that to Connor Griffin's team.
Just want to show up, stand on the sidelines.
Show up and stand on the sidelines and bring the vibes
A mascot.
for Connor, who puts on a show every time he plays that game.
I was playing NCAA football 25 like this weekend. I still play that game in the offseason. I love everything about that game. And I would
Whoa!
absolutely
Huh?
He didn't even stay. He didn't stay at Tulsa for long at all.
Wait, what? Huh?
Now he's in Middle Tennessee State.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yep.
You see what I see?
Top right.
Top right. Click on that graphic.
I didn't see it.
Oh my
You
God.
see it, Connor. There's no way this is a coincidence. Top right, Brandon. What is that graphic?
Oh yes, okay. That's an M and a T.
You're goddamn right it is.
Mark Titus.
You don't think?
Almost certainly.
You don't. Could it be that?
Ricky.
God
Did he even go to spring practice? That's crazy.
You got to get the whole collection. You got to get a Middle Tennessee State jersey now. Do you even bother getting a Tulsa jersey?
Ricky Hunt, my favorite
Ricky
Tulsa
Hunt.
player. Tulsa Ricky Hunt jersey.
It is. There
28, dude, won the Heisman.
there is a newfound phenomenon of players transferring in December and then transferring after the spring and never. That will be a jersey collection you could probably put together.
Jerseys of players that never played there.
Yeah, you could put it together. Nobody's putting in the effort to make those custom jerseys.
If I were to make a custom jersey, you know who I'd make? Probably Luke Shincher.
Luke Shincher, probably.
We got a great box of
Which I have been
minor
trying
league
to-
jerseys from a fan.
Really? Someone's sending a bunch of.
I don't know if we want to show them now or
just
distribute
throw them out on Jersey days.
They're
Yeah.
Or
elite,
opening day.
elite box.
Blutman, I got an is this funny for you. Ready?
I'm here.
Here's the headline. I'm gonna read the headline word for word. Verbatim is another way to say that. Ready?
To a T.
Uranus emits more heat than previously thought.
That's funny. that's a funny, cheeky little wonder. I laughed right away. First word I laughed.
Yeah,
That was
that's
funny.
good, right?
Yeah. Now, but what?
Uranus emits more heat than previously thought. Thought it emitted a certain amount of heat. There's more to it.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's good.
funny.
That's some good stuff.
The headline's funny.
That's
if you
funny, right?
if you dug deeper into it, I wouldn't
Probably bore you.
be really bore you.
Yeah, bore you to
yeah.
tears. Yeah, but the headline's funny.
Yeah, good headline.
Uranus and Neptune.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get a lot of play. They're just kind of out there, right?
Uranus doesn't get a lot of play. Mine
They
mine
need-
gets tons of play.
How much does yours get? Bragging about how active Uranus
I get
is.
a ton of play with my anus.
Very good.
You can't name a what's the real name? Uranus? Uranus?
Connor seems like he's a space
How
guy.
do you say it
You
really?
think by the
Uranus?
time they were done naming planets, I got to like the 7th and 8th planet, they're like, they're out of all the good names. But what do you want to call it? Oh, call Uranus.
I mean,
Let a dumb fuck.
Uranus. What are they doing, Blubman?
Named after the Greek god of the sky, Oranos.
Well, why not call it Uranus?
Named after the Greek god of butts.
Of butt
Of
plugs.
buttholes. Named after buttholes.
That was
Oh no, it looks like the pronunciation Uranus. Yeah.
that's probably a pretty important one in ancient Greece.
Probably did have god of buttholes. Oh man.
Please bless this butthole, which we were had to receive.
Talk to me about the French Open, which you're still allowed to watch because the Florida Panthers are still alive.
Whoa. It's
What?
Wimbledon that's on the line.
Oh, Wimbledon's on the line.
Yeah.
Because the French Open, yeah, that's right. It's going on.
Make
it won't make
sense.
sense. The timing doesn't match up. So Wimbledon's on the line. But so then, yeah, you're watching the French Open. Talk to me about the French Open.
Bad Sunday. Wait, yesterday was Monday. Bad Monday to be an American tennis player. Taylor Fritz.
I was going to say it was Memorial Day. That'd be
Every Monday is a good Monday to be an American.
Not if you're an American tennis player playing in the French Open in Paris and you're Taylor Fritz, who this is more of a top 10 player. Taylor Fritz goes out there, gets clowned.
What city were they playing in?
Paris.
I kind of like the way he said it.
Do we
Emma Navarro lost 6-0, 6-1. That's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Is American tennis at a crisis point? Or not yet? We have enough talent out there that might materialize.
I would say it's at a crisis point because how in the heck, if Taylor Fritz is your best chance to win a slam and he can't get past, he could make it to the semi, but everyone knows like he's not serious enough to win a slam, and he's going out, albeit it's clay and everything. First round of the French Open's bad luck. This is more so for men's, obviously, because women's takes care of business. Shout out Madison Keys. The men's best shot's probably Ben Shelton. Ben Shelton does a little of the Alcaraz thing where he loves playing tennis so much, he fools around. He's just having fun out there.
Does he find out?
Sometimes he does find out.
I
think.
I thought Shelton was the next big thing a couple years ago.
He is like a big thing. He's got the capabilities of making a slam semi, which he has. The issue is how does he get past that? Because when you're playing Novak's deteriorating and everything, but when you're playing Sinner and you're playing Carlos in a semi, you're a massive underdog. Like bang line, Shelton, Paul, Fritz, Fritz would be like plus 350. Shelton, Paul, Tiafoe, the rest are going to be like plus 700, 750. That's such a big obstacle to overcome, and you've got to win two of those back to back. Crisis mode is fair. I agree.
Yeah.
Real quick, and we'll get out of here after this, but the Canes avoid the sweep.
Yeah.
And the Oilers look like they're hell on wheels again, and we're heading towards a rematch, yes?
Yeah, completely agree. Canes fans have been apologizing to me, which is big of them. Also, Alexander Nikishin, primetime player. That guy's going to be a force for years to come.
And
he's exceptional, and they didn't play him. Rod didn't play him because he don't speak English, but he speaks puck.
And Medicine Hat?
Medicine Hat's. If you want to watch a ball game tonight, a puck game, Medicine Hat, London, winner goes to the Memorial Cup Championship. The loser will play in the semis. This should be the first of two. They should play. Yes, I know, Brand. It's funny how it works. That's how Memorial Cup works.
Do you understand that?
No, I didn't get that at all.
They're playing tonight.
I didn't get that.
The winner goes to the championship. The loser goes to the semis.
Top three advance. It's round robin. Top three advance. First goes to championship. 2 and 3 play for semis.
So they might play again.
They will play again in the championship.
That's stupid.
Well, that's how the Memorial Cup works.
Well, don't sass me. I'm just telling you it's
I'll
stupid.
sass you all I want.
What time's that game tonight?
6 Central.
All right.
You probably won't watch.
Yeah, the Pacers are playing.
Gavin
so it's gonna
McKenna,
be tough.
Forrest.
It's
They
gonna
had
be tough.
Cam Lindstrom, pretty good.
It's gonna be
Very
tough.
good team. Bryce Pickford had goals in 9 straight games as a D-man. Pretty cool.
All right.
Stars
All
tonight.
right. Stop talking.
Loyal to the
You
Oilers.
stop talking.
Oh no, Jerry, Mr. Bing Bong is back to.
It's a tough.
What?
That is.
What is? Oh, he's doing a leg press.
Yeah.
I don't know what I thought he was doing.
Incredible angle.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Angle. All right, we'll see tonight. We'll see. Pacers Knicks game 4. We'll see. I think Pacers roll, unless Neesmith isn't 100%, and unless they don't play Pacers basketball. But if Neesmith is 100% and they play Pacers basketball, Pacers roll. That's a fact.
How often do they not play Pacers basketball?
No, don't.
They didn't last game, which is part of the problem. But they did the first 2, so we're hoping they return to Pacers basketball tonight. All right, that's the show. We'll be back tomorrow. See you guys.
That's how ball is done.
family, 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 family.